So just bear with me for a sec. We'll get into it. I was going to try to do video clips and break it down that way, but I felt like there's so much in this 4-3 under that I do, and I want to make sure that you guys have all of it, okay? Gonna have to kind of get inside my mind here a little bit. So one of the first plays that I'm going to go over here is going to be before, actually, you know what, before I get into that, I'm going to kind of explain as far as depth what I'm using here. To a degree, you have to think about real world logic and video game logic. Like, here is where video game logic is applied. So I want to make sure that you guys make sure, like, if you do have defensive tackles that are very good finesse rushers, fine, you know, make sure they got at least decent speed and acceleration. But you're more or less, when you're running this defense, you need to make sure that you can get a lot of inside pressure and finesse moves. So you make sure that all of your defensive tackles, at least your starting four, have solid finesse rush abilities. You don't want to take your best pass rushers from the outside, not necessarily, but make sure that your inside guys have solid finesse moves. Now, I'm not going to say take your edge rushers off the edge. Don't do that. Just make sure the insides are decent. You know, if they're 75 plus, you're solid. Okay. Kind of get into it. The first play that I want to kind of go over, and most of these more or less are the same, so it's not like you have to have one play, or I'm just going to go over one play at a time. You know, it's going to kind of cover a broad aspect of the plays that you'll be using. In this specific video, we're going to go more over the seam flat user. So most of these will be cover 3 blitzes. And in some cases, like your user might be a blitz assignment, but we'll just go over the seam flat defenders and cover from there. So the first play I'm going to go over is the Mike Sam crash press. I'm just going to go up against random plays so that we have a solid idea for what we're doing here. Okay, like formations like this, I would consider, even though you got 2 tight ends over there, I'm just going to slide them to the left and pinch my linebackers, okay? Now, usually what I see is, like, when I'm in a formation like this, I probably should run this flipped, but the main thing here is I don't want to blitz if I feel like, you know, it's crowded over there. Same thing with offense. I'm not really looking to blitz if I feel like I can't get into that gap. So usually what I'll do here is I'll play the vertical first. Like, that's in my mindset, is to play anything vertical first. And if I see anything trailing out or going out to the flat, I'll immediately drop to it. Okay, so that's really what's in your mind here, because it is match principle defense. A lot of what y'all see me do, you know, sometimes I'll come out in the nickel defense, and we'll get to the nickel later, but I kind of want to start off with your base defense so that you guys have an understanding of everything. As you can see right here, in formations where a receiver is slotted out to the outside, you know, sometimes your mid read and your seam flat, you know, will kind of switch off here. Like, your defensive end will play the mid read, and then your linebacker would be playing the seam flat on that other side. Usually, like I said, I would be playing anything vertical, or, you know, if anything comes to me. If not, you know, I kind of don't want to really hold on to turbo, so we know this is a pass. He's not running, so I'm just going to play for the vert, and that's fine. You know, like I said, you're not really trying to give up big plays. You're not always going to have the big blitz come through, you know, so it's just kind of something like that. So right here, another scenario, like I said, I'm just going to slide the D line to the left and just pinch my linebackers in. The same thing, I'm just kind of paying attention to if anything goes vertical, defend it, and then play the seam flat. Just try not to get boxed up or blocked. So it's going to be solid run defense. Again, we'll just slide the D-line to the left, pinch linebackers. I probably should turn auto flip on. That means I'm going to be responsible for the vertical here. It's pretty solid, you know. It's not. See, like formations like this, slide. Hold up. Double check. Double check. Slide left, pinch my linebackers in. And I'm going to have a little bit of assignment over here. So I'm going to take this guy over here. And I'm going to have to cover two zones. And then come down. You know, like, don't want to chase anything out too deep anytime you're in a match zone. Just kind of remember your assignment. And like I said, I'm probably going to have to turn auto flip on because they're giving me all these formations where I'm not supposed to be like that. But we're fine, you know. Again, like I said, play anything to the flat. Sometimes you don't want to necessarily hit that strafe too early because that'll happen. I'm going to turn auto flip on because they're just going to keep coming out in these formations where it puts me at a disadvantage. Just let this play run out. I just hate having to come out with the flip scenario. All right, so again, slide, pinch, and then your user is going to be responsible for anything vertical here. Now, in my opinion, I would technically run this flip because the way I run mine is I like to blitz the weak side. That's just how I run mine because of the match principles. That tight end goes vertical. The defensive end here picks it up. If anything goes to the flat, Littleton picks it up. If anything goes vertical outside, corner picks it up and then carried over here between either the mid read or the seam flat will pick up by the third. So your user needs to be free. He doesn't necessarily need an assignment. You want him to have freelance ability. So that means you can come through the B gap if you feel like, you know, you ain't got no assignment. You can kind of just go through there sometimes. Not necessarily. You gotta kind of pay attention with different formations. You'll kind of pay attention to. See, I want to come from the weak side of the run. Just like I said, you'll pay attention to. Sometimes you might not move the line. See there, boom. That's your V gap. You want to get in between that guard and that tackle sometimes. Like, obviously it'll come through versus play action, and you got to kind of look. Like, you want to do the blitz to the weak side. So even with auto flip, they're kind of screwballing me here. So sometimes I just might pinch the linebackers in. Usually formations like this, I will press the outsides. And then you go through that B gap right there. If you choose to blitz. You know, it's not like I always, you know, just, yeah, I'm going to blitz. No, I don't necessarily always think like that, you know. It's like, and there's different ways we can send this through. I'm going to kind of show you a couple here. So there's B gap blitz. Just like that. I feel like having a B gap blitz is it's very helpful, more or less. I don't know why he's playing over there. You know, fuck it. Like I said, I like to send my blitzes from the side, the back side of the running back, force him to block, and then just collapse the pocket. And that's any formation. Usually that's a key idea is you wanna do it from the back side. Wherever the running back is, you want to make sure you're on that side. Like I said, I might opt to slide the line over that way. And I know I'm still responsible for the B gap, you know, so I can pinch my linebackers in. If I feel like I can get it, I should be able to go between that tackle and that guard, as long as he's not jet sweeping. See, still had to go inside. I know, should have went outside. But you never know, sometimes the jet sweep's a little bit different. Always make sure you know who the exact running back is. You know, so you got the fullback on the left, running back on the right. So you want to make sure your shit's coming from the backside. Now, if you're in a formation where you got to deal with the slot, you know, you still got to play the slot first, unless you're like, you know, let me do it like this. You know, put a mid read over there so he'll pick up on the slot, blitz him, and then, you know, you can opt to send him like that, right? Like I said, it's still B gap. It's going to be solid run defense, and I'll probably try to get a game in here in a sec. I don't want to spend too much time on it. Remember, just blind side. Always send a blitz on the blind side. You can opt to pinch your running back in. I mean your linebacker in. And that's just your B gap assignment blitz, if you choose to blitz. Now, if you're just doing coverage, then you're gonna kind of play a little bit more ground here. You're gonna play vertical for anything up. You're gonna play corner routes, and if you see anything cross, you're just gonna stop defending what you're doing because you're carrying it off to a blue zone. Blue zones will react to those, and then you can just bait down low. You know. So it's pretty much just kind of play the vertical. In practice mode, they're gonna get theirs, you know. Like I could have caught that. Yeah, and just kind of play the weak side defender here. You gotta be like creative a little bit with, you know, how you're gonna crash your lines. You gotta think about how the line crashes and how you want to defend it. So, you know, like I said, this is gonna be a B gap. Because of the technique position of the linebacker here, he's going to force the tackle out wide. And because if you pay attention to these red assignments by the D-line, notice how Crosby here, he's kicking inside to, you know, where that 1A gap is. So that's going to force that guard inside, and that alone is going to allow you to have two guys come through. You're going to have an A gap, and then you're going to have the B gap that you're going to use her, okay? So just kind of slow it down a little bit, unless he does some shit like this, and it might change up a little bit. But it doesn't. There's our that was our B gap. Try not to turbo as much, because sometimes when you turbo, it's just like on offense. When you turbo, you kind of what's the word I'm looking for? You kind of create block pickups instead of block sheds. You know, so be very mindful of that. You don't necessarily need to hold turbo. And it actually works better if you don't, because then you have access to like all your finesse moves and stuff like that. Kind of pay attention to who's getting picked up. You can slide them. If you don't like the slide, sometimes you might opt to flip the play a little bit here, because you want to make sure that this edge defender is kicking inside. So we just alright, so if it's like that, if it's type formation, I'm not blitzing, or if I do choose to blitz, sometimes I will take this seam flat defender and I will sit him right here behind this, like if I'm thinking it's like an inside run, and then I'll kind of just do it like that, you know, like don't turbo, just kind of move your analog and stay in front of the run, if that's what you have to deal with. And like I said, I'm always sending the blitz from the blind side. In this situation, he's going to be A gap. He's kicking in, so I'm going to have to come in between. Usually, I probably, you know, wouldn't blitz in this scenario. Just Trey wide unless I'm coming out like in a nickel defense. I know I got a random play. I wouldn't suggest that you guys come out in a 4-3 versus like formations like this. I normally play like a nickel normal, but sometimes like I said, I'll take my seam flat and I'll play over here, and then I'm shooting through this gap. It might be like a double A gap that I might send, you know. So just kind of give you guys a look, and then just come through that gap. Now in an actual game, you'll see better results. You know, it's like practice mode. You're not always going to get the results that you like. You know, you might get picked up with the nano detection or something like that. But the main thing that you just want to kind of make sure that you're doing is you want consistency. You know, like I said, this formation, I'm not going to be able to blitz it. So I'm going to have to come over here, wrap around, and cover somebody. Let's see. It's pretty solid in run defense as well. And like I said, I'll probably get more into it. I want to kind of focus using these plays. Now, there's different plays, like I said. There's variations that I use. Kind of swap your assignments here. Like I said, you got the Sam, strong safety Sam crash press that I use. And sometimes I'm probably going to put that Mike Will Cross into my audible scheme, but I use the Will Go Fire 3 press. And then sometimes I use this free safety fire 3 press. So it's pretty much a bulk of those. Sometimes when you do these safety blitzes, though, you have to be careful, because if you choose to come from the wrong side with the safety box down and they run it to the other side, what happens is when you flip the play, they're not going to come back down to the line of scrimmage. So it kind of sucks a little bit if you guess wrong. So sometimes, like, if you might come out in those, you might want to turn your auto flip on. And then even in that case, sometimes auto flip bugs out. Like if they're in a single back, don't use it. Okay. If they're in formations like strong close, and you know they're running to like a specific side, like for instance outside zone, usually I like to send that blitz from the backside. As far as what you're doing with your seam flat, like I said, seam flat is going to be your user, and all you have to do is just kind of wrap around. Like you're going to intentionally give up a gap that you know that he's not coming through, just so that you can open up holes when you're running it like that. So I just kind of show you, like when I send him, sometimes it'll force, you know, like an extra block to pick you up or whatever. But you know, in this case, it didn't necessarily work like that. But that's usually how you want to play your run defense, is to make sure that you got cutbacks and everything. See, he's not going to have no room. See, he tries to cut back, and you got 3 defenders right behind you that you cut back into. So it's pretty much, it's going to be solid for run defense if you just run it like that. Another thing is, if you do decide to utilize more or less like defensive line slides or linebacker slides, make sure you tap on this guy so he doesn't move. Okay, so now you can kind of play around with what you want to do, as far as, do I want to slide my linebackers over or anything crazy, whatever, you know. And I could probably do like a double B gap shoot right here, like a B and A or something. But the main thing is, like, it's solid for run defense. Like, people, they're going to give up on running. Like, if you come out in these cover 3 blitzes, they're going to stop these runs. Like I said, sometimes when I play the seam flat right here, I'll just back up. Like I said, don't turbo. It's going to be solid for run stopping outside runs. As far as inside runs, like I said, don't turbo, more or less. And I'll kind of give y'all some game footage, because you're not going to be able to rely too much on practice mode, because it's not necessarily, you know, a good, consistent mold of what you want. You just kind of get an idea of what you're doing, and then you go from there, right? In an actual game, let me go ahead and get in a party chat, because I don't want my opponent, you know, listening to what I'm saying. So just give me 1 sec. Alright, so we kind of get back into it. Hopefully I can get this game started and not get blue screened, because I did go into practice mode and leave and then come out. A lot of these blue screens, from what I'm noticing, they have a lot to do with the amount of menus that you close out of and exit. So hopefully I don't get hit with a blue screen here. Cross your fingers. Probably will though. Alright, cool. So I can kind of get into the mindset more or less and show you guys in an actual game, because you can't always go by practice mode. Like, I feel like if people show you something in practice mode, they're probably just picking a formation that you know you're going to beat, you know, whereas you go into an actual game against somebody you don't even know, some random guy, you get more or less of a general idea of what you're doing is working or not, right? So I don't know what this guy is gonna do. I don't know anything about him. So he's in a dice slot. I'm gonna opt with the Will Go Fire 3 here. And just kind of pay attention. Who do I want as my user, right? Alright, so I'm just gonna play A gap, shoot. B gap, B gap, B gap, B gap. Good run defense. That's pretty much all you're doing, guys. Pinch the running, pinch the linebackers. Look at her. Solid run defense. Just pinch the linebackers because you don't want them shooting. You don't want them cramming those gaps. With that 5-2 look. Now, if he's running slants, we'll mix it up a little bit. But I'll stick with it for right now. Just pinch my guys. I might actually slide to the weak side here because I'm not blitzing. Look at her. Solid run defense. We'll do that again. Pinch linebackers, slide to the weak side. Obviously, every now and then they might get one of them right. So I need to switch 92 up. So what we'll do is we'll go linebacker pass rush. Now, I might get creative here. Look at her. I hate when double tackle animations. I'll try it again. Little blitz. And then just play the seam flat right here, right? Obviously, keep running something and give it to you. Can't say that I did anything bad there. It's just like I said, man. Madden has their moments where they allow stuff like that to happen. I mean, he did make contact, so I mean, I can't be completely mad. Now, if that becomes a problem, like I said, I'll probably manually sub some power rushers in. But I think for right now, we should be okay. playing cover 3 here. But he baseline. Usually I like a double and then back. Just like that. Hate that stutter animation, man. Wish they wouldn't give that shit to me. Vita V. I haven't played the Bucks in a minute, but a lot of people have been playing with the Rams lately. Try to dot him up a little bit, get him out of that. Alright, so if you're dealing with a bunch of like wides here, you want to kind of catch him out of that. He's probably gonna spam that shit. We gotta run through these. I don't want the man getting fatigued. Too bad, you know? Play. Yeah, usually people come out in that, man. You'll beat them with stretch runs and. All right, Walls. That is. Alright, so I'm going to change my offense up a little bit, man. That's ridiculous. Like Vita Vea, they got him just on crack on this game. It's not giving me enough time to let anything develop. Get back into it, man. I'm gonna send the safety this time. See, I want to take that. So look, they're getting in there. It's stopping the run. Only thing is, I hate auto flip sometimes, bro. But it is what it is, you know? Because auto flip kind of messes with your packages. You might be like, oh, I'm going to run it to this side, and then he runs it to the other side, and you're like, well, fuck it, you know? Right here, we're just going to play cover 4, man. You come out in Wildcat. Easy defense right here. Find the quarterback. and then play the quarter, and then just find somebody to run into. You know, as long as you run into somebody, you're fine. No, you're not about to pass the ball. You probably run like a counter or something. Sit there and just run that the whole game. I'm not gonna let you. Alright, see, they're not letting me get that, so that's... Like I said, it's not... I'm not doing anything wrong. Just gonna have to shift to an inside safety blitz. There we go. He's not gonna get a lot of yards. What's up, you? Might send a double safety here with how he's playing. He keeps it up, right? Screen. 50. Alright, so I have two options. Come on, man. Two options here. I can either come through that gap.
Hey, Alabama. Where's 52? Flag 52. 52's the mic. Tighten up. Pull it together. Flag 52. Get the ball. Check 50. Alpha. Check 52. Check it. Hey, watch the slam.
It's my assignment. It's fine. So now we know we got him in pass situations, so I can just pinch my linebackers. And man, just going through his entire running back rotation. Pinch my linebackers. Now I can probably opt to play a little bit under now. Field short. I'm gonna have to shoot that gap. Man, they give him the fall forward. Fournette's a big dude. Like I said, he's not getting a lot of yards per carry. So again, I'm not too mad. The longer more carries he takes, the more chances he's going to have to fumble later in the game. It's just me, man. If I was with the Bucks, man, I'd be a little bit more pass oriented. I don't know. Now he's playing a match defense, like his cover 3 is match principle, so you got to be mindful of that with whatever I do. Usually I come out here, smart route. I just got to be. Watch out for Vita, really. Send blitzes. Alright, so if he's doing that, if he's backing everybody, just run the ball. Really. Want to create an opportunity, man. Create an opportunity. That's all we need. Back everybody up. I could probably run one more counter here. Now. Get the ball where I want it. Sucks he's backing everybody up. That's why I want to kind of make sure I'm on the 50. That way I can at least get the ball down to the end zone when I throw it. Just like that. Had too many scenarios in the past where I'd try to do it from the 25 and then I'd catch it and then it'd be like 10, 15 yards to the end zone and I'd not necessarily get it. You want to make sure you're at least at the 50-yard line when you take that shot for the highest percentage. I'm probably just going to run a dive here. Put the double one, Vita Vea, and then go ahead, impact block. Now, my main thing here is, do they let me motion hike it? If they don't let me motion hike it, yep, they're not letting me motion hike it. That sucks. Sometimes you want them to let you motion hike it so you get that extra inside block. But it is what it is, you know. Let Jax rest after that. He did his job. So again, like I said, he's running a lot of wide. See how he pinched his line in? It's been a while since I ran this. I don't even know if it'll still work. Man, I hate how they give them that stutter step, man. Like, stop with the stutter step, bro. We had that. He's playing two-man now. Alright, so they're going to give D-Jax a breather here, which is fine. Alright, so I could go vertical flat. Zay! Let's go! Big plays. Comes in as an auto sub for D-Jax and makes a big play. Killed me because they wouldn't let me motion hike that last one. And I know he's playing like seam flats here, so you know it's match principles. So maybe we can get D-Jax over here on this little outside stop route. Or that'll work. Nice little over-under. Kind of being mindful here, more or less, of Vita Vea, because after that first drive, he made some ridiculous stops. Like, he was just pushing my center around like a rag doll. You really gonna do that? Run out of bounds at the 5? So he's gonna try to run run heavy year. So there's no doubt about it in my mind. That's what he's going to do. So I'm going to switch up here. We're going to go Mike Wilcross. He's running more inside. So just pinch my linebackers pretty much. Good job. There we go. Just pinch my linebackers so they don't clog gaps. You don't want blitzing defenders on the second level clogging gaps. Just had to mid-read on that. So we'll be on it this time. So now he's running Texas concepts. Switch out. Probably run like a robber here. That's one thing I hate about it. That's why I don't run a lot of man. Because like when they run out, they have pursuit, and then when they change directions, they do that shit. You know? Fucking RPOs. Should have known. It's fine. Bucks do have a very good offensive line, and then with Brady, they have an even better offensive line because they get like stronger pass blocking. Come on, bro. Play ball here. Like, what would suck right here is they let him get a fucking recovery. Like, this shit, Zay. Yeah, and like I said, he's running a lot of cover 3, so we can hit him with these jet sweeps. Make them think twice. That safety's 2. There's users over there. And he pinched the line in. Give him a solid. Woo! You got trucked. Let's go. I haven't ran this in a while. I want that one-on-one. I want that one-on-one with Jax. Good fucking catch. Good fucking pass. Let's go. Alright, what did I come out in here last time? He's playing a lot of man now, but I can't run under center because last time I was under center. I'd probably get him with like a stick route, option route. You just send him. It's like, whatever. It's like the routes, sometimes on those deep routes, and they just don't develop fast enough. Dude, really just trying to eat clock, go out at the 5-yard line and eat clock. I have to switch something up here. I'm going to need those safeties playing. Again, just pinch my linebackers in. And you kind of play for the tight end here. Good tackle. Come on, man. Y'all gotta clean that up. I gotta start the game over. Probably move him inside. Oh, you gotta be fucking kidding me. We had that stop. Try that again. Perryman making tackles. You know, took 5 hits from that man. Play the seam flat. Watch for the RPO. Watch for the jet sweep. Well, Madden, fix that shit. Stay in it. Pinch them guys in. Slide. Oh, we were there! Well, I should have picked them off. And that's another thing about these seam flats, man. You can stop these RPOs. Pinch them in. I hate when they stop. And you stop doing that. So he keeps running. He's going to kill the clock. What's up, Javi? He's going to put himself in a bad situation if he doesn't make anything happen. So we're going to pinch, slide. Watch for these RPOs. Switches, switch. Good job. There we go. Just pay attention to movements. Stay in the mic sound. Pinch linebacker, slide. D-line. Alright, so he's going to pass here. More or less, I'm going to play cover 2. Come on, guys. Come on, guys. They gotta stop with that fall forward animation now. He's got to get the touchdown. Alright, we're gonna start being a little creative here. Start sending these ridiculous. Don't let him get out of bounds. Good tackle. There you go. Now we know he's got a pass, so we'll play like match press here. I'm not going to send no blitz. Really no point. Just make sure that I have a mid-read on the field. We're on the seam flat. Is that timeout? 2. They are just constantly giving him now, which I do not like. So I'm probably gonna have to send. I'm gonna have to do a flip here. Alright, last time out, we get to stop here. I'm gonna take a chance here. Fuck it. Oh, I had that shit. Yeah, like man coverage sucks, man. He just like stopped. You would think. Whatever. Bro, I was there! Damn. 2 seconds. And then they give me this animation. Get on the ground. Bro, Madden, fix that. I get on the ground. Why is the clock, like, seriously? Didn't do anything bad, man. I had 100% completion. It's just, sometimes you play people like that. You know, they sit there, they want to run. I don't think I did bad. It's just, like, we were going through a rotation of his running backs, and I think that's pretty much what caused it. That's crazy, man. You sit there, and it takes your run game away. You know, when you can't get stops. Like, I mean, it's like I wasn't not stopping him. I was. It's just, you know, he kept getting. Really, it was Fournette. You know, he kept getting those fall forward animations or the double off animations where you would get tackled and then get re-tackled. I don't think I did bad, like I said. It's just didn't get the ball in the fourth quarter. He had the ball the entire fourth quarter pretty much. Rush. Little quick pad, rush. Like this. That's really sad, to be honest, but it is what it is. And then fucking Vita Vea. Like, dude just mollywopped right off. Like, and he should have been blocked there, you know. But he was. Let me see. Sometimes you gotta go back and look at stuff. It's like when I had him stop and he would pass. Let me see if there's anything I could have done different. He was like running a Texas concept. Right here he ran slants. So that's a play action. That's an RPO. Because there's no play action where the fullback goes and blocks like that. That's an RPO. iForm Pro. I probably need to get an iForm Pro D. He's running Texas concept. Now one thing he's doing wrong here. If let's say if I had abilities, you know, I'd be able to be able to keep up with Tom Brady's ability here with his better pass blocking. Um, he's doing something wrong here, and right here is sending that running back up the gut like that. You know, he's getting hit, so we did our job as far as that much. Like, I wouldn't send a running back on a route like that. You know, a little out route from the backfield. You know, you're running right into somebody. This is just more or less just trying to dink and dunk. I probably could have spied like some defensive linemen or something. That dude just literally set at the 5-yard line. Let me see. Yeah, the Bucks got a good offensive line, man. They're gonna react to a lot of stuff. And then Brady's ability makes him block a lot stronger. But like I said, we didn't do anything bad. I just got blue screened. I'll be back.